Hi everyone, welcome back to Muscular Developments. My name is Lauren Lotta, host of the Buff Bombshell Show. Today I have a review of EVLS Prague, which myself and Giles attended, as well as a preview of the NPC European show, which is going to happen this weekend. But before I get into it, I just want to say please like, share, and subscribe to Muscular Developments on YouTube and on Instagram. Make sure to go check out one of our other fabulous videos by the guys, and please make sure to give this a big thumbs up and let us know in the comment section what you want to see down below. And I also want to quickly show you the magazine for the month over here, which has Mr. Chris Bumstead on the front. And yes, please make sure to go pick up a copy and take it with you to the Olympia if you're going and get it signed. So with that being said, I'm going to get into the show and I hope that you guys enjoy this. So I'm going to go through the EVLS Instagram because that's where everything is happening. And the first thing I just want to say is congratulations to the EVLS Prague Pro team for their 10-year anniversary and hosting of the show. This show was absolutely spectacular. It was very classy. It was beautiful. Hosted by I don't know if I could say the gentlemen's names, but by Peter and Adam, and the whole team just came together. It was really nice to see, really organized, set at the Hilton Hotel. The competitors literally had to go from the ground floor down into the bottom where the stage was, and it could hold up to about 1,000 people, and we had so many spectators there, so it was really a wonderful event to see and just to be a part of with Giles as we get to live stream again. And just so that you guys can see, this is the EVLS_Prague_Pro_ official Instagram page, so please go sure to check them out because I do highly recommend competing in this show if you have not already. I think the venue was absolutely fantastic. They even had 4K resolution with their live stream. The audio was on point. They had Valkeberg, a photographer who does amazing work, being there to be able to take videos of the competitors, and I will go into my Instagram just to kind of give you a little bit of a showing of what he does. But with that being said, the EVLS was definitely something that I'll highly recommend to anyone who is looking to compete there for next year. They have an amateur show and they have the pro show, which is just absolutely amazing. And like I said, it was absolutely fabulous. So if we go into here, I'm going to turn down the sound, but you can see that Valkeberg, I'm going to give him a shout out because he does amazing work. So these are some of the ladies and the competitors that won their classes or took part in the bikini or the wellness categories over the weekend, and just really sharp images, really beautiful. And that is his work. So please make sure to go check out V. Kelberg Photo. I know that he will be there at the Olympia taking lovely photos of all of the competitors as well as videography when he is there. And then I'm just going to go back to EVLS over here. And obviously the guys have already covered this, so you can go watch Mr. Ron Harris and Giles Tiger and Dr. George and everyone that covers all of the male footage. But you will all know that the big hype of that show was Mr. Krizanek, and he won, and he is really big. I was quite surprised myself. I didn't think that he was going to be that big. I don't know why. But I will say one thing, Krizo, if you're watching, please make sure that you get tanned a lot earlier next time because you were very white at prejudging and I did not appreciate it, but then you looked much better in the night show. So with that being said, congratulations to Mr. Krizo and to all the competitors that took part there at EVLS Prague Pro Show this weekend. And you guys all looked amazing. I'm so happy to be back with Giles live streaming. It's such an honor to be back. And then with that being said, please make sure to go check out Muscular Development's Instagram page because again, all of the updates get put on there pretty much daily, and you will find lots of updates of big bodybuilders and bikini ladies soon. So now we're going to get into the EVLS Prague winners of the show, as well as just a couple of the ladies that I want to feature and highlight within the bikini category. Wellness is something separate that I will cover at a later stage, but I'm going to just go with the first place winner, which is Valeria Cord from Ukraine. She was the clear standout winner when it came to the show. She just walked on and you knew that she was the winner. Sometimes when the judges have ladies there, it can be quite difficult because bikini is very subjective. Everybody has to bring their own to the stage. It's not like a class like 212 where you have to be under a certain height or a certain weight limit to be able to fit into that category. Bikini is really anyone's game, and so you have to bring your best package to that stage. Now, I did not know, but Valeria has already qualified for the Olympia at another 2 shows this year. I do really think that she's going to be a very big contender. And I would even go as to say that she could crack top 10 in my opinion, because she's beautiful, she has the look, and she has a slightly different bikini look to something that I've seen in the USA, and I'm here for it. I'm actually here for it. I think it looks beautiful, and if she gets into the top 10, which I personally think that she can do, I think she'll be great. So congratulations to you, Valeria. The only thing I will say about Valeria's overall presentation style was the posing was great. But if any ladies in bikini or wellness or any other category are thinking about having this sort of dangly thing, this is something that does concern me a little bit. And I'm going to tell you why. It's okay to have gold accessories. It's okay to be able to match and style them. But when you have something that is dangling off your wrist like that and you're posing, just be mindful that if that comes off and it goes into the crowd, you are potentially going to stab someone, or it's going to go on the stage and someone's going to slip on it. So I would say that that is a beautiful charm. I think it's probably something that she uses, but it probably should just be removed from the bottom half or wrapped a little bit more around the wrist, because I do think it poses a little bit of a danger threat there. And there are reasons why we have things attached to our earlobes and to our wrists without them flinging off, because you don't really want anyone to get hurt. So that's the only thing I will just mention there. And then in second place for EVLS Prague was Zofia Molnar. And I didn't know, but she is Peter Molnar's wife. And Peter came first at his new sort of 212. I think he's entering 212 now, potentially for the foreseeable future. But his wife, Zofia, looked beautiful. I know that I said that Valeria was the clear winner, but I would not have been mad if the judges had chosen Zofia as a first place winner here for this show, because she has that classic bikini look and reminded me just a little bit of Isa Pacini when she was sort of a little bit small and had that tiny little no waist thing going on. Like, this woman has seriously no waist. It's cinched in. Her and her husband really know how to bring it in. So if you want any waist tips, you need to go to those two for everything. But she looked really beautiful. I really couldn't fault her. Maybe just a little bit bigger in some areas, you know, because we all have to work the glutes, etc., etc. I do expect this lady to be competing a little bit more this year. I don't know if she's actually qualified in terms of points, but I would like to think that she's quite close, because I think that she has a beautiful physique and it should be represented on the best stage in the world. And that is what I'm going to say about Zofia over there. In third place, we had Esther Oxela, and again, a really nice, clean physique, just head to toe, beautiful package. She is somebody that is very confident with posing that I have seen for the last year or so. I've seen her compete in Spain. She definitely sticks to the European side. I would like to see her in the USA competing a little bit more, hopefully, and just getting out on that side. But I think, again, a lovely physique, a beautiful package, and she can be very proud of this placing as she heads into the Olympia with her points. So congratulations, Esther. And then in fourth place, we had Alison Testu, and she, again, looked really beautiful for this show and just, you know, really stunning from head to toe. Again, another beautiful package that she can be really proud of. She has been competing quite a lot this year, so I think maybe she does look, she looks like she's ready to carry on going and ready to compete. But I do believe that Alison is already qualified, so maybe she just really loves competing. And as we all know, I love it when they compete. I think if this is your career and you do this full time, then you definitely should be hitting that stage as much as you possibly can, because why not? And then in fifth place, we have Tatiana, Lena, Venko. So I saw Tatiana win her pro card last year. I think it was in Romania. And honestly, this woman has been cracking the top 5 pretty much ever since she's been competing. She just has what I would consider one of the most perfect tiny bikini like physiques, and everything is really in place. That it's all, she has everything happening for her in the right places. And I think that this is definitely a competitor that we should be looking out for in the future. You should be keeping your eyes on this one, because she's very young. She's not going to stop. She has her whole career ahead of her, and she just seems to have the right proportions everywhere for me personally. And every time she steps on stage, she's making that top 5. She's getting in there. And I definitely think that this is one that you guys need to watch for the foreseeable future She is stunning, and she has brilliant posing. It's absolutely stunning. It's magical. And then in 6th place, we have Octavia Maza. Now, Octavia has already qualified for the Mr. Olympia 2022 by winning the Yamamoto France, which was a few weeks ago. And again, a big congratulations to you. You are going. Taking 6th place at the EVLS Prague show, I think is also a great thing because, you know, you can just go in there, you know you're comfortable, you won already, and now you can get more stage experience as you head to Vegas. But again, somebody that I definitely had within the top 5, I think maybe it wasn't necessarily Octavia's day for the top 5, but she looked beautiful. So with that being said, congratulations, and congratulations to all of the ladies that stepped on stage, including 2 new pros, Hensipkova and Mika Stin. I thought that everyone just looked really beautiful. It's really nice to see all the ladies again as they step on stage and to have a little bit of a connection with them now. So I'm very excited for that. And some of those ladies will be competing in the NPC European as well as in Romania Muscle Contest Wings of Strength, which will happen in 2 weekends' time. And now I'm going to go into the NPC European show. So this one is a show hosted by Emilia Martinez in Spain, and it's a huge show. I mean, he's had about 40 shows this year, from amateurs to international pro qualifiers. And I have to say, Emilio definitely does know how to put on a show, and he definitely has been increasing the volume of shows that he has been putting on this year, including awarding a huge amount of pro cards in terms of his shows. So this is really spectacular. I do also believe that at the NPC European, we'll also have an NPC European Masters, which is an over 40s category or an over 45 years of age category, and there will be wellness and bikini. So there is a lot happening here, and there are so many divisions. So you've got loads of chances if you are an amateur or if you are a pro that is looking to qualify. So with that being said, this is the official list that is out at the moment. You know, plus minus a couple of registrations that might come in late. So we've got this one over here. We've got men's bodybuilding 212. You can see this review with Ron Harris and Giles Tiger Thomas because they have released that, and they will be going through all of these names and all of these lists of all of the guys. Men's physique, even men's physique. And then into women's bodybuilding, again, just an awesome lineup. From this list, I really enjoy Yesenia Speck. You know, I think, we have Tatiana Flex, who is coming back from South Africa. She competed at this show last year, so this is going to be really interesting to see. And, you know, you've got 10 ladies there that are, when they brought back women's bodybuilding and it's back now with all of these other shows, I think it's an amazing thing. It's giving them such a big platform. So congratulations to these 10 women that are coming on. But Yesenia Garcia and Tiana Flex, I have known, I've seen them, and then I've got a couple of new names in there which I've never seen before, but I can definitely appreciate women's bodybuilding for what it is, because without it you wouldn't have any of the other categories. So that being said, into fitness, we only have 5 competitors this time. Corinne Elizabeth Bean, she seems to really enjoy the Spanish shows, and she does go back there quite a lot, so it's really interesting to see that. We have Martina Bianciani from Italy. I've never seen her do fitness. Amy Hamilton from Spain. Again, another new lady. Michaela Pavliova from Slovakia. And Nicolette Sabo. So 4 of the 5 names are really new to me. I do think that fitness is probably one of the hardest classes that you can enter, just because you do have the routine element and then you also have to have the figure. It is incredibly difficult. So congratulations to these women that do put the time into learning a whole routine outside of just posing and having the muscle and all of that combines with their bodies. That is incredible. And then into figure, a really, really big lineup this time. 16 ladies, and wow, they have got their work cut out for them as they judge this. So I got to be honest with you guys, apart from Scarlett Hollins here from the UK and Hannah Prowse from Germany, who has won her show quite recently, I think, and Gabriela Linnartova, one of the Linnartova twins, these women, I have to say hi to you, okay? Because I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of ladies on here that I've never heard before, but good luck. I'm just going to leave it there.
A lot of new pros.
there are a lot of new pros. Okay, so if you're a new pro and you've entered this, I do apologize, but honestly, good luck with everything as you go into this show, whether it's your first one or if it's one of the ones that you're doing for the season. That is an insane lineup, and honestly, good luck to everyone. And then if we carry on going, we've got bikini 10 ladies. So from this list over here, I'm going to pull up the bikinis in just a little second, but we've got 10 ladies and I will go over sort of my top 3 in just a bit. And then women's physique is humongous. Wow, 20 women in this lineup who have registered for this show. That is incredible. So women's physique, you know, I've been quite transparent with the categories that I am more confident with and with the ones that I'm not. And I have to say that women's physique is definitely one of the ones that I probably don't have as much knowledge on. I have even less of figure, but I tell you what, when it comes to women's physique, I can appreciate the routine element of it, just again because there is an artistic element which has to be put in with everything, and then you've also got to have the physique on top of that, which is really, really quite beautiful if you get all of the elements correct. And I think there is a correction on this one because number 7 competitor Stein Hansen from Denmark, she's actually a bikini athlete, so unless she's gained a lot of muscle within about 3 weeks, I don't think that is entirely correct. But if you are competing in women's physique, Stein, then all the good luck to you. And then from this list, just looking at it now, you know, I've got a couple of ladies that I have seen before, from Angela Winkelmann from Germany. We've seen Caroline Elvis dos Santos from Brazil, and we've seen Yuna Kim. Oh, wow. Definitely not Stein in this one, but really a 20 list of ladies. This is absolutely incredible. It's wonderful to see that particular category be so much here within Europe, because I feel like a lot of the women's physique and women's bodybuilding, they tend to be more out in the USA because there are just more shows. Whereas here in Europe, we don't have the availability for these categories to be able to showcase, you know, the physique as much, because the categories are just not as popular for me anyway here in Europe. So I'm really happy to see such a big lineup in Spain. And then into wellness, again, I think that is about 16 females as they take to the stage this weekend. And Aline Machado Gaval Freitas, she just competed in the EVLS Prague. I'm going to try bring up her account if I can, but this woman is beautiful. She has won her pro card now. She won it in Hungary Fit Parade. She then had to contest to get her pro card because there were only 4 athletes, which is something that you can do. So guys, if you're ever in a situation where you are in a pro qualifier, there are only 4 athletes, you can request that you get your pro card if you have won it and you've won the overall within your division, but the judges, it will be at their discretion as to whether or not you are worthy of being a pro at that stage. I will say that I think it is less likely if it's going to be bikini, because bikini, we always see about 10 plus extra athletes within the amateur rounds and within the overall. So I think that is less likely, but for things like wellness, which are still really coming up, and for women's physique, I've seen it happen before in Ireland this year. You know, you can actually request to get your pro card if that is something that happens to you. So do not be afraid. Do not, beg my pun. Do not be afraid and always ask, just in case. You never know what's going to happen. And then again, from this list, you've got, there are loads of ladies. A lot of new pros here for me, which I have not seen. We've seen Figen, Sahin. There was a little bit of a mix-up at EVLS, and she actually did make the top 10, and then she didn't get to do her final routine at the end of the night. But sometimes that also happens, so it's good to see her come in and compete again here. She's made huge leaps and bounds with her physique as she's competed in wellness over the year. So those are all of the female categories within this Europa Pro happening this weekend. It's very exciting. And if you are a master, do check out the NPC European Masters and see what you can get from there, because I think that'll be kind of cool. But into the bikini, for the top sort of ladies in the top spots, Evie Escondo will be competing at this show. It's on home turf. She's from Spain, so why not? And you know what? I'd like to see her win, because to me, she's just, she's top 5 bikini Olympia. I'm going to put it that way right now. She's top 5 bikini Olympia.
Bonus.
No, bikini.
Oh, sorry.
bikini. She's not wellness.
Sorry, I thought it was wellness. Sorry.
But no, she's top 5 bikini for me in Olympia, and she could definitely crack it, and I would like to see her win this show. So I definitely think that she's got it within the top 3. You know, if something happens, you know, God forbid something happens to her on stage or out of it. So good luck to you, Evie, and I'm sure you'll have an amazing weekend. And then another lady that I think will be within that top 5 is Rukiye Solak from Turkey. Now, Rukiye, I don't really know how to say her name, but she's beautiful. But Rukiye did get her Olympia qualification at the Yamamoto Cup. I think it was in Italy. And it was very good. She was a beautiful winner, and, you know, all the best to you for your Spanish show. And then again, for the top 5 in this show, we're going to see Alison again as she competes in Spain. I have no doubt that she'll make top 5. I think she'll be looking to improve on her placing, and she's definitely trying to secure, well, I think she is secured with the Olympia, but it doesn't hurt to compete. So good luck to everyone that is competing this weekend. And then I'm just going to shout out Gilesy over here, because you did a great job with the live stream, and you've been back doing live streams now for Hungry Fit Parade, which is hosted by Idilko, and thank you so much for taking care of him, and you did an amazing job. So Giles is having to pick his travel quite carefully because, as you know, he had a bit of a heart attack scare, a very big scare, and it's very important to us that he still manages to stay alive. So with that being said, I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud, because it was wonderful to see you do your work, and just to see you get really enthusiastic about it. And I love you very much. So I just want to say that now. And also, this is Peter Mona, and he looked so good as 212. I think you should definitely switch. I think that is the one for me with him. And then I'm just going to take a step back quickly, because there is something that I completely forgot to talk about. Now, when we were at EVLS Prague, I am just going to bring up one thing, and it is to do with surgery, because I'm in the most polite way of saying this. There was definitely some over-enhanced lower bodies within the wellness category. Now, I know wellness is also all about having a lower body dominant half compared to bikini. But the issue for me was that there was maybe 1 or 2 female competitors that had definitely over-enhanced certain body parts, and you could see it. It is very interesting to be able to look at something on a screen and then look at something that is really close up to you on a stage and go, well, that is not right. And to put it in the most polite way as possible, what I will say is, if you are wellness and you are putting stuff in there at the back, I think you should get marked down. And this is just my personal opinion, because we all know that bodybuilding, it's not necessarily the safest sport. We do have steroids, there are PEDs, etc. And I'm not going to be naive and tell you that everyone is wonderfully natural, because unfortunately, if that was the case, I would look so good. But my point being is that if you are wellness and you are injecting that area, which is the most important area for wellness, then A, you should be marked down, but B, you should also really be considering whether or not this category is right for you at this time within your training career, because muscle does take a long time to develop. We all know that there are shortcuts and things that people do to be able to get there, and this is definitely one of those ways. But you are looking at very dangerous ways of enhancing your lower half without maybe considering the future implications of what's going to happen to you. So do take that into mind, do take that into consideration, and just think about it before you inject it into you. That's all I'm going to say. And also, it doesn't look good. You can see a real ass on stage versus the one that is completely filled up, and it looks terrible. For the first time in my life, because I've been, okay, I'm not going to lie. Let's put all the cards on the table. I said to Giles, I really want a bigger butt. You help me. So he's like, no, because as you all know, Giles hates the non-stripy shoulders. He doesn't like it when people have the jabby jabs. And I can definitely say that I am the same way now when it comes to glutes. I do not like jabby jab glutes. I think that they look terrible and they just look squishy. It doesn't look like a nice butt. You know what I mean? So if you want a nice butt, please train hard, eat well, be very safe with certain things, and be realistic. And decide for yourself whether or not injecting yourself is worth it now, if that makes sense, or maybe just take some time off and actually grow an ass. So that's what I will say. And then into my last sort of wrap up for this. And by the way, that means no hate on anyone or any of the females out there. Just please be safe. Okay, on to my last thing, which is the Wings of Strength. So Romania Muscle Fest. We are going to be live streaming at the Romania Wings of Strength Muscle Fest show, and I'm very excited. Lena holds this. She's also hosting another show in 3 days' time. This is going to be the Rising Phoenix World Championships in Arizona. I believe there will be bikini. So it's a beautiful show. They're going to be in Arizona, and then from what I understand, the whole team sort of comes and then they fly out to Romania and then they set up for that show, which is incredible if you think about it, because last year they had the Tim Gardner group, and these people, this team, which is like a family, I've never seen anything like that. And you will kind of see it as you go to different shows. Like the Prague team was very similar to this. They really set up everything together. They pull it all down. And everyone has a role for something, and it is absolutely incredible. I never ever want to promote myself, but I can definitely appreciate the amount of organization and the care and attention to detail that goes into making these shows what it is, because you guys, there is so much that goes into it. So if you are ever thinking about a career change, just remember there is more to life than just being an athlete. But with that being said, go ahead to Wings of Strength and check out their Instagram. Go register if you need to for an upcoming show. It is a pro qualifier next weekend, so you might end up going to the Olympia, or you might end up winning your pro card, and that would be really cool. Plus the venue is to die for. It's a bit like the Prague show in the Hilton, except this one is a nightclub, and it's a very sexy nightclub. So that's what I'll say there. And then just one other thing I totally didn't really realize, but there is also a pro show in India called the Sharu Classic, and it's held in Mumbai. I think it was the first one ever. So congratulations to everyone that put on that show in Mumbai this past weekend, because I have not heard of many shows being in India, and it seemed like it went off quite well. So it gives competitors from that side of the continent, like that side of the world, and who can come in from Australia and from other parts of Asia, who are not willing to travel as far to the USA or to Europe, and then not have those opportunities. It's an amazing thing for that show to be there now, because it means they can fly in a little bit closer, and they can also have the opportunity to compete. And also goes to show just how big the NPC and IFBB is all around the globe. So you guys, with that being said, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this show on muscular development. And please make sure to give it a really big likes, a thumbs up. Please comment down below with what you want to see next. Go make sure to pick up your copy of Muscular Development, and also make sure to go to Olympia, get your tickets for the Las Vegas 2022 if you have not already. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out the guys, Ron Harris and Giles Tiger Thomas. Go see more of their awesome videos, and I will see you all again very soon next week as I head to Romania. And then in a few weeks' time, Vegas, baby. I'm out. Bye.